Gorgeous week, though. A great time down here in Orlando, soaking up all the fun and all the atmosphere. And hey, it is finally game day, Citrus Bowl time. Illinois and South Carolina, man, a good one's coming up.
Exactly. I'm Chaz Frazier, joined alongside Noah Chaz. We're on the road with the Gamecocks just outside of Camping World Stadium, the site of the Citrus Bowl. It's a big-time game, a lot of momentum. We kept hearing that word all week long from South Carolina and Illinois. It's a big chance for South Carolina to pick up a 10th win, just the 5th time in program history. Shane Beamer was asked, how big of a win can this cause for momentum flowing over to 2025 and beyond? Here's what he had to say about how big a win would be today against Illinois.
I think we've got something like the second or third most number of seniors in the country, just because we have so many guys that are part of this program that are older guys. So sending them out the right way, but there's no question you want to win your last game to have momentum going in to the off season. They've had great momentum in the month of December, coming off a win over Northwestern, and we've had great momentum coming off a win over Clemson. So to be able to sustain that momentum and keep that throughout the off season is very important.
Both these teams, Chaz, momentum definitely the word of the day, word of the week. In Illinois, I mean, they had some winning 3 games in a row to end the season. And, of course, we all know South Carolina winning 6 games in a row. Both teams shooting for that 10th win. Similar records, similar points per game, defensive statistics. So these teams in a similar spot fighting for one goal. But it's not going to be the same team we saw all year for South Carolina, is it, Chaz?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 key opt-outs for South Carolina. I have to say that's pretty impressive in this day and age. Star edge rusher Kyle Kennard and then star running back transfer Rocket Sanders. They both declared for the NFL draft, so we won't see them on the field behind us this afternoon. But Shane Beamer, new offensive coordinator Mike Shula, talking about how the running back room is stepping up and going to fill in those gaps here today.
All those guys have had obviously a lot more reps. The best way to learn and get better is through experience. And whether or not now we haven't played games, but these guys have had a lot more opportunity to get reps in practice, and hopefully because of that they'll be better and do a good job on game day.
We've got Juju McDowell, who has been a part of our program and making impactful plays since I became the head coach back in 2021. I mean, I go back to the East Carolina game, my second game ever as the head coach, and he had a long kickoff return that essentially won the game for us up in Greenville way back in 2021. So he's an older guy that's played a lot of football. Oscar Attaway is an older guy that's been our number 2 guy throughout the year. So we have experience in that room, but then we also have some really talented young players that I'm excited about for 2025. When you talk about Jawarn Howe and Matthew Fuller, both those guys are going to be really good running backs for us. It will be an opportunity for them to get out there and show what they can do as well.
And the Norris Sellers, this offense, the offensive line, nothing but confidence and praise for those other guys in the room, Juju McDowell, Oscar Attaway. They're feeling good about this running back room today.
Absolutely. Next man up mentality here in Orlando. Hey, we're just getting started with our coverage. We got much more coming to you after this quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. It's game day here in Orlando. Noah Chaz Frazier, just outside of Camping World Stadium, setting the stage for you. I mean, there was a lot of business on the field, but a lot of fun off the field this week here in Orlando.
Yeah, it was almost more pleasure than it was business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I almost did a backflip in the pool earlier.
Yeah,
Everyone was having fun. The team really having fun, though, going to steakhouses, going to Universal, going to Orlando Magic basketball games, really soaking in the environment here in Orlando. And one of the cooler things they did a couple days ago, they went to Fun World Orlando, had a day spent all with kids, partnered up with kids from the Orlando area, spending time with them, going on coasters, and enjoying, these moments in these theme parks. And it was a really, really special time.
To be able to give back and be involved with the community and be a part of a great bowl game, it's awesome, and really happy for them. They earn the right to come to a great bowl game like the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, and excited for them to be able to have a lot of fun this week and be able to really make their impact felt beyond the field.
It's crazy fun. It's so exciting, exhilarating.
And what's your favorite part about doing all this?
Scaring them.
Scaring them? What do you mean?
He's chickening out a lot.
This guy?
Uh-huh.
I won't do the big drops. You can't do the big drops.
Wait a minute, so are you telling me you're tougher than that guy?
Well, not in strength, but in like heights, yes, definitely.
It feels like I'm gonna just fall straight into the ground. That's what it feels like. But you know, I ain't scream for it. It wasn't me. I ain't scream. I get him to get it too, but he won't get on with me either.
What's the hesitation?
I love my life, and I probably should. That right there look like I'm risking a little too much, and I can't do it.
You gotta come back for a breakout year next season.
That's what I'm saying. I got on that white light, and that thing went so fast. But I say, yo, this it for me.
It meant a lot because I know growing up, things like this really excited me. So, and I have little brothers. So just seeing the smile on a younger person's face and when they're looking up to you, it means everything, honestly.
They were walking with me, talking with me. It was pretty fun.
How cool does it feel to know you got all these, D1, like big football players with you in the theme park like that?
Super cool.
It's been a blast. It's like becoming a kid again, being able to walk with him, have fun, go to the rides that he wants to ride, play the games he wants to play. So it's been fun.
Me and Josiah been in the front of every ride. Ain't that right, Josiah?
Yeah.
Yeah, front of every ride. Rip Curl is in the front. He told me that it got better. We started going backwards. I said, it going backwards. He said, yeah, it got to go backwards. As soon as it went backwards. Hands up.
Was it fun having Nick right next to you?
I needed him. Yeah.
How about you?
We gotta get on that one next. I really gotta see how that feels, but it's just a joy to be with my man right now. So we just enjoying everything.
He said he needed you on that one. How does that feel to know that?
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I needed him too. I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. That wasn't that bad.
So cool to see that side of the players, see them bond with those kids like that.
Yeah, for sure it was. I love what Mazio Bennett said. Hey, I love my life. I don't blame him on those big roller coasters over at Fun Spot. Hey, that was the fun, but the players, they're also saying they're real locked in because after all, they have a game in Camping World Stadium this afternoon against Illinois, trying to get the 10th win. Here's what some of the players had to say about how they're balancing out things, having a little fun, but also staying very serious.
It was just something I had to get used to. I was talking to my roommate about it yesterday. I was just like, it's weird. Like, it's like kind of laid back, but like we were preparing for a game at the same time, so it's just something I had to get used to.
Know what time it is. Coach been preaching it all week, last couple weeks. Know what time it is. You know when it's time to play, and you know when it's time to lock in to go. Mindset of the team, go get that 10th win. We worked so hard, and then end how we wanted it to end, but we get another opportunity to go show that we believe we are top 12 team.
Well, these guys showing that they can switch from going from the fun roller coasters to all business on the field.
Absolutely. And speaking of superfan, here's one superfan that I caught up with that you probably recognize from Gamecock athletic events.
Oh, yeah, you know him.
Let's go! Unstoppable Sandstorm Warrior. Let's beat Illinois. And my prediction is unstoppable Sandstorm Warrior. 58 and Illinois 19.
Unstoppable Sandstorm Warriors, that's Sam. TK Sam, they like to call him, a Gamecock superfan. He really puts the super in superfan. He's at all South Carolina events. I mean, just a ball of joy, a ball of energy.
And if you've been to any of the games, really football, but basketball, all of them, you see him waving his flag, screaming for his Gamecocks. He is as big a Gamecock fan as it gets. I know he's coming down here today to watch this game.
Oh, yeah. He came from Thailand, went to Cardinal Newman High School, and then he graduated from USC. He had just $250 in his pocket, and then he became a successful business owner owning the Thai Kingdom Oriental Kitchen. He loves the Gamecocks and has the utmost confidence in Shane Beamer.
National championship. I told him already, sir, I got a feeling, okay? I got something in my heart. I know, therefore I come support you. Because I believe you, because the people said you won last 5 years. So last year they said you can win only 4 and 8. I said, no, sir, you can be 8 and 4. But now, come on, 10, right? I told them, because, sir, believe me, okay? Because I believe in you.
Yeah, you heard that there, the utmost confidence in Shane Beamer, and you see his energy. I actually got on a phone call with TK Sam earlier today. He's over in the Fan Fest. He told me he's excited. He's waving that fan as the Gamecocks are going to walk in, so we can't wait to catch up with him later.
I mean, fans like TK Sam are what make Gamecock Nation so special, but he is truly one of a kind.
Absolutely. Hey, we're going to send it back to Tyler Ryan in the studio. He's going to have a check on your forecast right after this. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back into sports from Orlando. We've been doing a lot of talk about the Gamecocks, but how about scouting their opponent?
The enemy.
Yeah, the enemy. That's the good word for it, the enemy. I caught up with Carson Gordy. He works as a sports anchor out in Champaign, Illinois, covering all things Illini athletics. Here's what he has to say about what South Carolina is going to be facing in the stadium behind us this afternoon.
Illinois football, everybody always jokes that it's more of a basketball school, but the football team's been incredible this year. I mean, 9 wins, it's the most since 2007. They're trying to clinch 10 wins for the first time since 2001. But everybody knows, like, South Carolina is legit. You know, they're one of the hottest teams in the country, so Brett Bielema is going to have to get his guys ready.
Yeah, Brett Bielema, the head coach of the Illini. What has he been saying, and the players alike and the coordinators, about capturing that history and finishing the year strong with that 10th win?
Yeah, you know, that's a big part. Like, he doesn't like to get bogged down too much in the past because a lot of people think it's negative about Illinois football. Like, he wants to turn the page. Like, this is going to be a new program. So to get 10 wins for the first time since 2001, I think that'd be a nice feather in the cap.
The Illini defensive coordinator, Aaron Henry, spoke just a couple days ago, and he was talking about the task it's going to be to stop Lenore Sellers, the SEC Freshman of the Year. What have you been hearing from the defensive guys on what they plan to do to try to slow down the SEC Freshman of the Year?
Well, the big thing that Illinois is going to have to do is you're going to have to get pressure on this guy. Like we've seen with Illinois, the correlation when you get a lot of sacks, like when Gabe Yakis, when their edge rushers gets pressured, it's a pretty good defense. But, Sellers can scramble too. And, that's something that we haven't always seen Illinois successfully contain.
All right, finally, it's that time, prediction time. Remember, you're on air in Columbia, so be safe. Be safe with your prediction. Who you got and why?
So I don't like to predict. I don't give scores. I know the point spread's 10. I mean, South Carolina is a legit team. I mean, I have all the respect for Sellers, and obviously Stewart is just a phenomenal edge rusher. I think the winner of this game is going to be scoring a lot of points. I don't expect this to be a 6-3, 9-6 game. I think Sellers is going to be able to run the ball and be a dual threat quarterback. And if Illinois is going to want to win and knock off South Carolina, Luke Altmaier, Sakari Franklin, they're probably going to have to score 30-plus points.
All right, that's why we brought him on, because he gave some awesome Illini perspective. He's at the ABC station out in Champaign. Carson Gordy, we appreciate the time.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Hopefully it's a great game, and love Cheez-Its. So we'll see a bunch of Cheez-Its pouring all over the place.
Exactly. We're going to get real cheesy come 3 o'clock over at Camping World Stadium here in Orlando. All right, it's our time to look either really dumb or really smart. Our prediction, I'm going to start with you. Go ahead, man. Who you got?
Okay, I know the defense, they want to get a donut. They want to get a shutout before the season ends. I think Illinois has a little too much firepower, but I think it's a dominant day from the defense and an explosive day from the offense. Joshua Simon boosting that NFL draft credibility in his stock. I think Gamecocks win 35-13. Okay. A whomping.
Okay, I like where you're going. I think it's going to be a whomping in 2. I think this South Carolina team is motivated. They have fire. They're playing for pride. They're going to get that 10th win. I'm going 31-20 South Carolina. Hey, that's our coverage here in Orlando. We're going to have much more online. We'll send it back to the Columbia studio right now.